I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my auto repair videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the fog light bolts on a 2016 to 2021 Honda Civic. In my previous videos, I showed you how to diagnose what might be wrong in causing your fog lights not to turn on. And so we traced the problem possibly to these bolts. So we're going to replace them and see if that fixes the issue. Go check out that video if you're interested in hearing more about it. You might want to do this if you want to replace your original bulbs with LED bulbs. But in our case, we're actually replacing LED bulbs with LED bulbs again, because we've already replaced them before. Now, before this job starts, you want to jack the car up. We'll do a separate video if you're interested in how to jack the car up. It doesn't have to be this high. We're doing it this high so that it can help you see. Right here we have the replacement LED bulbs. Apparently this has heat sink technology, which makes it very efficient at dispersing heat. I'll point out that it's impossible to reach the fog lights from the top, which is why we're accessing it from the bottom. And to access it from the bottom is quite easy. So we're going to undo this panel at the bottom. And it's going to be one bolt and two of these pry fasteners that we have to take out. So let's take our I don't have my Milwaukee right now, but we'll take a 10mm and undo this bolt here. Oh wow. It's on very tightly. Okay, so I think the bolt is not interfaced with the panel above, so now I'm going to take out these two fasteners. Alright, so to take these fasteners out, you want to get some sort of screwdriver and pull this little button shape out. And then once that's out, you want to pull out the entire fastener with a pry tool. So let's get it in there and pull it out. All right, and so once that's depressed, kind of like how a button unpresses, you want to take your pry tool, get it under the whole thing, and pull it out. All right, and if you're worried about breaking this, you can find these on Amazon for very cheap. Okay, same thing with this one. Oh, and this one's loose enough to just pull out. Although you can see it's broken. That's okay, we actually have tons more of these. All right, so now we should be able to pull it back. Or push it forward to see what's inside. Let me get a flashlight actually. So now I have this light. I think I did a video on this if you're interested. But anyway, we're going to push this back or pull it back, whatever verb you want to use, and leave it up here. Just tuck it up there so that it doesn't obstruct our vision. Wow, this is actually a fantastic view. So this is the fog light that we're replacing. And it looks very straightforward to remove. The first thing we're going to want to do is disconnect it from its harness, this cable right here. And that's just this button. This is going to be hard to do without obscuring your vision, but I'll just press on this button and then pull it down. Here's the button or the lever that we're pressing. You can see how that sort of unclasps from the harness. And now we're going to take out the light itself. So we're just going to just pull it out and rotate. Oh, sorry. We're going to rotate, then pull it out, because it has this sort of these little tabs here that when you rotate them, they can slide out. And it appears that to take it out, you can only ever slide it anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. or towards the passenger side, whatever you prefer. And there we go. All right, so let's compare this to the one that we got, the new one. They're pretty much physically identical. Yeah, this one just has a different arrangement for the LEDs. But hopefully replacing this will solve the short that caused the fuse to blow, like I mentioned in my previous video. So to replace it, it's really just going to be the opposite of removal. Let me just check. Yeah, these are identical, so there's no issue with using, they're interchangeable, which means the driver's side and the passenger side should be, it doesn't matter which one you use for which side. Okay, so now we want to put it back in. It's going to be at an angle first because of the whole tab situation. And then we're going to make sure it's in all the way. Might have to jiggle it a bit or finagle it a bit. All right, I'm kind of struggling with this angle. See what I do for you guys? Okay, so now it's in. Now we're gonna rotate it to the center. Let's rotate it so it's facing downwards, and we should pull on it just to make sure that it won't come out easily. And it looks like we're good. So now we're gonna take this harness, make sure that this tab or this lever is facing towards the back of the car, and slide it on, making sure that we hear it click. And there we go. It's installed. So after this, now you want to position this panel back down, line it up. And it looks like we actually broke this panel all the way. So you want to be careful. Some people would use zip ties to clamp it shut after this. Okay, well, we'll show you how to button up later so that we can go to the other side first to show you what it looks like on the passenger side. So let me take all my tools. All right, so we have a similar situation here, 2 fasteners and 1 bolt. There we go. All right. Wow, that bolt is like mad rusted. Anyway, I think the rust is actually stronger than the plastic holding it, which is why it snapped. But anyway, let's get these off. Okay, then peel it back. This one seems like it has a bit more of a obstruction, but you know, plastic is flexible. And you can still access the harness from here. Okay, so because this bolt is broken anyway, I'll just pull this down fully and pull it back. Okay, we'll do this really quickly. There's this table harness that, I don't know if that was me, but the thing was not even in its place. Anyway, we're gonna take this out, and then when we put the new one in, we'll see if there's something that was broken there. So yeah, if you didn't catch it, that LED was not sitting in its place when we looked at it. So I hope there's nothing broken with where the LED sits. Okay, so let's snap it into place. Okay, and then we'll put it in. And it seems like this one is also, you also angle it towards the passenger side a bit before you lock it in place. And there we go. I wonder if, it doesn't make sense, but maybe that LED not sitting in its proper place could have been related to the short. It doesn't make sense, but who knows? Okay, so now we have the new one in place, and we're gonna go to back in the driver's seat and turn it on and see if the lights turn on. And for fun, we'll replace them with one of the old ones to see if that being not seated properly could have been the cause of the issue. All right, so before we button everything up, let's try testing if it's working. So it's not turning on, but I think that's because we actually forgot to replace the fuse from our last demonstration. So let me turn off the lights, and we'll do that really quickly. Oh, the fuse is not even in there. Of course it's not working. So we're gonna use a 15 amp fuse. I don't need that. And we're just going to put it in. Okay. So I know you just saw the location of the fuse, but if you want to know more about the fuse location or how to find specific fuses, I have separate videos on that if you're interested. But since this is one of those more longer, messier, like repair videos, yeah, that's enough for it. Anyway, let's turn on the car. Sorry, turn on the lights. Wow! And both the passenger side and the driver's side lights are working. Okay, so it worked. It solved their problem. So it turns out the bulbs were the issue. All right, so now let's button everything up. Like I said, you can just tie the part where the bolt broke off. There's not really much we can do. We're not going to do that, but we are going to replace these fasteners. Like I mentioned, you can get tons of these new from Amazon. So we're going to finagle this back in place, line up these holes. Yeah, you might need to pull it a bit. And then don't press the button until after you're sure that both of them have been aligned. Okay, and you can, never mind. I thought my finger was gonna be long enough to reach around to help you align it, but that's it. So before I push this in, I'm going to try to line the, actually, now we can't push it in. It's like a drywall anchor with a drywall screw. So this has a lip here that allows you to access where this bolt comes out. So this should help you line it up. So I suggest you do these ones first, because this one doesn't really have a good, oh wait, this hole right here can be used to access both of these screws to help you line it up. Okay, so that's lined up, and I can check that it's lined up by putting my finger through the hole and feeling for it. And there we go. Do the same on the other side, and of course screw in the bolt if it didn't break its threads. Okay, so originally I wasn't going to do a zip tie because I thought we'd have to drill a hole. But it turns out there's already a hole right here that we can slip a zip tie through and keep it in place. And of course you can put as many zip ties as you want. We're just going to put one. And then we're going to snip it off and we're good to go. Okay. Yep. See how much faster it is when I'm not talking? Alrighty. So now that we have everything back on, fuse is back on, we'll turn it back on and end the video off there. But before you go, I just want to talk a bit about the lights. Wow. Look at them. You like the nice icy blue color? That's not, that doesn't come with the original bulbs. Those are from the LEDs. I'm not sure, they might not be legal in all areas, but we haven't had any problems so far with our bulbs. But if you want to get these, we'll link down in the description below. You can buy some of your own. They have a very nice color. Even though I'm colorblind, I think they're a nice color. So that should say something. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm Aiman, and today I showed you how to remove and replace the fog light bulbs for a 2016 to 2021 Honda Civic. It's a very fast job, including jacking and everything. It should really only take you 10 to 20 minutes. Really, it's really simple. As long as you have all the materials and stuff. But you can get all the materials in the links down in my description. And that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Look at videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the auto repair videos. And check out the videos on how to diagnose this issue. There might be other causes. And if this doesn't work, then it could be the relays, could be the wiring, could be a ton of other things. But that's going to be it. I'm Aiman, and signing out. Peace. But I don't want to distract from the most important point, is that we found out through this repair that your bulb can actually be the source of a short circuit that causes your fuse to get blown. And that could be the case for you. If your fog lights don't work and your fuse keeps getting blown, it could be that you need to replace the bulb with one that doesn't short circuit.